We're live here. Get this thing set. All right, guys. I am in I think the city is called Bloomington. I'm not as familiar with this part of the metro, but I was on Facebook about 3-4 days ago, and I saw in this Trump supporters like social media group that they were doing flag waves every Saturday over this bridge. We're about to go check it out. I'm gonna show you guys what's going on. There's not a ton of people up there, but I wanted to bring some coverage to it, just bring some awareness to it, see if it would actually grow, and just see what's going on. So we'll go check it out in a second. I just parked, got everything ready. I'm gonna take another sip of water because that rally up in where was it at? My mind has already drawn a blank. Up in St. Cloud, my throat was so dry I was dehydrated, so I got to make sure I'm hydrated for this. But I would like to see this movement grow, so we're gonna go out there and check it out, guys. All right. Oh, and on your way in, please give it a thumbs up. Please, if you're new, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. And let's do it. Throw on the glasses here. All right. Let's roll. You hear the horns honking already. Now, I got what you saw in the thumbnail was just me driving in over the bridge or under the bridge, and I saw the flag, so I knew I was in the right spot. Let me flip this camera around and let's see what's going on. Now, apparently this is every Saturday from 11 to 1. And for those of you, my day ones that have followed this channel, you know I've been a part of quite a few flag waves down there in Florida, especially with my guy Paint the Trump. But we'll see what's going on here, and let's see if we can build it up to be even half of what the Florida rallies are. So we'll check it out. And the goal of this, guys, is to just, our country is in turmoil. I mean, I feel like our country's on life support, and if we don't do everything in our power to try to win in 2024, if we don't win this election, I feel like it's a wrap. In a state like Minnesota where Trump could win, we need to do everything we can to make it happen. Now, it is windy up here on this bridge, so you may or may not be able to hear everything I'm saying. And I apologize for that, but it is what it is. All right. So we're over 494, which is a belt loop highway that goes around the Minneapolis metro. And look at the flags, y'all. Look at this. In Minnesota, right here in the middle of the Twin Cities. Oh my goodness. Woo! They're honking. There's support out here. There's support out here, y'all. There's support out here. Remember, guys, give it a thumbs up. And share this. Ideally, we want to get this to grow. All right? I'll just give you a little vantage point. I love this. Build this support. Build this MAGA support. It might be a small group, but you know what? Twin Cities Trump supporters, they're here. Minnesota Trump supporters are here. Give you guys a nice little shot of the flags. There's the real Minnesota state flag up there. Tim Walz turned it into the Somali flag. How's it going? Yeah. Walmart drivers.
Make Trump president. Vote.
Yeah. we got to make it happen.
Gotta make it happen.
I want to bring awareness to this. That's why I'm live streaming it right now on YouTube. Wow, this is something you don't see in Minnesota, man. Something I didn't see it in Colorado. I'll tell you that much. I haven't seen this since I was in Florida.
Well, where in Florida?
Over in the New Smyrna Beach area. That's where I was living at.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that support is real. Y'all hear them horns honking? I'm sure there's people flipping us off too, but you know, that's just trunk derangement syndrome. But yeah, YouTube might get rid of this. Somebody said in the chat. Yeah, people honking, waving. You know, I don't have a Trump flag at my house hanging outside for obvious reasons, right? But I do have an American flag, which I feel like in a liberal place like this that's as good as a MAGA flag or Trump flag. Sadly, it's MAGA adjacent. People get upset, triggered. Yeah. We got some flags out here. Semi-drivers.
I'm Mike.
I'm Mike as well.
Oh, see how
Good.
easy that is?
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. Are you the organizer of this?
I've been doing this for a little over 6 months, yeah.
Wow, okay. I'm live on YouTube right now. We got about
Right on.
61 people watching.
Right on.
I want to bring awareness to stuff like this and ultimately get it to grow.
I started this a little over 6 months ago. I'm going all the way through the election, except for next weekend. I work for NHRA. I'll be working up the Nationals and Rainer.
Okay,
But I'll be flying all my flags up there, so.
okay.
Uh,
That's perfect.
Yeah, I started out getting all fanatical about this BS that's going on with the politicians back in 2016. And then back when they stole the election, they had the Canadian Freedom Convoy.
Yep.
The Canadian truckers boycotted.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, the following year, they had the People's Convoy in the United States. Went from Adelanto, California, all the way to Hagerstown, Maryland. At one point, the Highway Patrol measured the convoy at 33 miles long going across country. Never covered by mainstream media, as you'd expect.
Right.
It was probably the most beautiful experience of my life. I was on the road for 4 months with thousands of people that I would trust with my life. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
I cried every day for the first month, at least 5 times. Just the stories you'd hear from people you meet. I drove a 2.5 truck on the convoy, and I had a big box on the back. It was 7 feet high by 16 feet long. It was a big box I built on there, and I put my portable fish house in there, and that's where I lived when I was on convoy. In my portable fish house in the back of my truck. And I had Sharpies, went through dozens of Sharpies, people signing the truck. I had over 15 countries sign my truck. And every person that signed from a different country said the exact same playbook that's going on now in this country is the same thing that happened in their country when I went back.
Yeah.
It's just getting the sheeple to wake up. Get off of mainstream media and pay attention to what's going on in this world.
Yeah. And realize that the Democrats are the ones dividing everybody by race, gender, sexual orientation. It's ridiculous.
Any way they can.
Yeah, they try to build these little like oppression groups. It's a classic I want to say it's Marxism, right?
It actually is.
It is Marxism.
Marxism.
It's you need a proletariat and a bourgeoisie. You need like an oppressor class and then like an that's what they're trying to do.
Right.
Are you from Minnesota?
Oh yeah, I was born and raised in Bloomington. I lived down in Apple
Okay.
Valley.
Thoughts on Governor Waltz?
Oh, Tampon Tim?
Yeah.
About as deep into him as I want to get. He's a piece of sewage.
He's a weirdo.
Oh, he is.
They always accuse you of what they're guilty of. Tampons in boys' bathrooms.
Among other things.
Yeah.
Full-term abortion.
Full-term abortions, trans sanctuary state, like ridiculous stuff.
Yep.
So How big has this grown in 6 months? How, like, has it grown every week? Or
I started out the first time I was out here. I think I had 2 flags. Now I got a little over 4,000 wrapped up in my flag display.
wow,
I've got 4 25-foot telescoping poles, 3 20-foots. I got 3 6x10 flags, and all my flags are made in USA.
see it.
Props to my competition. I own a tree service, but I love it when they come by and make noise.
It's the blue collar workers like that truck driver.
Absolutely, and the truck drivers that own their
It's
own.
the everyday working
It's the
Americans.
corporate ones that drive the corporate trucks. You get 50-50 on that, but
Yeah.
you can always tell the owner operators.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Diana.
Hi. Oh, I just think you're going to be here.
No, that's next weekend.
So anyway, you've got more people showing up each week, right?
It varies, but you know, we usually run probably around a dozen people up here. The most I've had up here at one time was 20.
Yeah.
I thought by this time of the year I'd have like 30 or 40 people up here every weekend, but
Well,
there's too many keyboard warriors running loose in the planet.
yeah.
Everyone thinks they're out there fighting the cause, sitting on their keyboard, they aren't doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
You're spreading information that most of us already know.
Yeah, I'll do what I can to amplify this and try to bring more awareness to it. If nothing else, I'll live stream it on social media. So
Right on.
there's 82 people with us right now
Right.
watching this and supporting it and sharing it on social media.
Yep.
So
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing when people come together and stand up for what's right.
yeah. Yeah, and the misconceptions about this movement is a bunch of like racist, white supremacists. It's like
yeah.
I've been all over the country for Trump events because I worked for a network that covered all the rallies. We went to Maryland when he was in the hospital when he had COVID. There was nothing but immigrants outside with Trump flags on, everything, shirts, hats.
Yep.
I've been everywhere,
I
and there's
get carloads of Somalis roll up next to me. My car's all painted up with FJB and
Yeah.
Trump 24. And I get carload of Somalis every once in a while roll up next to me and their windows down. Yay, Trump,
Yeah.
Trump, Trump. You know,
Yeah.
it's great to see it.
Yeah, I think the left just assumes that all the groups that they think they control are monolithic and they all just think alike. And
Right.
then when they find someone like me, then that's when the real racism comes out.
Yep.
I felt a lot of racism when I put that MAGA hat on. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. We're right here in just south of Minneapolis, maybe about 10, 15 miles on one of the major highways, as you can tell. Pedestrian bridge and flags galore. This is beautiful. I haven't seen a sight like this since Florida. And the support is pretty good. I wish we could get some of these people to join us every Saturday. I'd like to see this grow. I just wanted to come and see what this is all about. I like the energy up here. I just would like to see this this grow. Maybe do something like this in the different parts of the state, different parts of the metro. One thing I'm noticing off the bat is a lot of the service trucks are honking their horns. So those would be your blue collar workers, your plumbers, your, HVAC, construction. They support freedom and American patriotism and low taxes for sure. I mean, you're working class. This is your base. Who do I represent? Like media?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just me on a YouTube channel.
Okay, what YouTube channel?
It's called Mike-nificent.
Mike Magnificent?
Mike-nificent.
Mike?
Yeah.
So what's your overall view? I mean, you're wearing a Make America Great Again, and you look like a Trump supporter.
Yeah. I used to live in the Twin Cities. I left in 2017.
All right.
So right after Trump won, and I didn't vote for him, but after he won, I was curious why he won. I wanted to know because all I heard, I thought CNN was real. I watched the election coverage on CNN and I thought like, oh my gosh, this is scary. I go to work the next day, people are crying, and I was working at Target headquarters downtown, so there's a lot of like just emotion, and I didn't feel that way. I was just like, well, why did he win? So I looked into it, found out, I found other black Trump supporters. They explained why they voted for him. It made sense to me. Then I moved to Florida with my girlfriend at the time, and I was an Uber driver, and I started picking up Trump supporters. They had MAGA hats on. That was my first encounter with them. When I asked them, why did you vote for Trump? They told me. Then I looked into the media lying. I started seeing lies that the media was spreading about Trump, and it made me want to get a MAGA hat. So I got a MAGA hat on. I bought a MAGA hat. I went to a Trump rally in Tampa, and everyone was so friendly. There were immigrants, people from all different backgrounds. I was like, I got to make this known. I got to do more of this. So
when you stand on here, you get to know who really likes Trump.
Yep.
It's a crossover of all colors.
Yep.
The people that seem to not like him the most are actually white-looking people.
White liberals, yeah.
And they're, I don't understand. But it is weird.
Yeah.
It is absolutely weird.
But
I love all people. I really do.
yeah.
And I thought that, the whole deal about racism was kind of like laid down before all this rekindled and started after George Floyd. I stopped paying attention to it. And I got black friends and all kinds of friends and whatnot, and I'm like shocked. And so here we are. The ones that seem to bring it up the most are just these people on TV that are trying to get 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. And so like for me, I started making YouTube videos around the beginning of 2018, and my channel exploded because the content really went viral to the point where Mark Levin played one of my videos on his show. And then I was doing a Trump rally in Florida where I was just going around like this with a selfie stick recording the video, and the CEO of Right Side Broadcasting, his mom, found me and brought me onto the network. So I was doing Trump rallies on a national scale, flying all over the country in 2020.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I've been doing it ever since. I took a few years off as my family got established and that sort of thing. But now that it's an election year and everything's on the line, I'm all in. So I wanted to amplify this to see if this can grow. I would like to see more people, more flags, more support.
Well, I'll tell you what.
On display in Minnesota. It needs to be on display. You shouldn't have to walk around in fear that you're going to get attacked for having a different belief.
I want people to know that all of this stuff is paid for privately by people on this program. None of them is paid to us. We don't have any kind of we don't have any of them. We're just people who are very happy with America, and we believe that Trump will be probably the best candidate of all time, once again, and make America great again. But it would be really, really awesome if some of this footage got into the Trump team hands, whether it would be Trump himself or just this pedestrian bridge be copycatted all through the metro area, so that every Saturday between 11 and 1 o'clock on most pedestrian bridges, there is a group of people doing exactly what we do.
Yep.
And it'd be so much fun to grow this.
Yeah.
So,
My
make
goal is
America great again.
Yeah. My goal would be to make that happen. I'll do whatever I can to make it happen. All right, guys, if you just tune in, I am on a pedestrian bridge over Highway 494 in the Twin Cities, just south of Minneapolis, but very much in the middle of the city, in the metro. Over this busy highway, I found this event on Facebook, and I decided I wanted to come out and check it out and see what it was about. You guys know I've done flag waves plenty of times down in Florida. If you've been sub to this channel for a while. But I wanted to just document and see what was going on, and it's beautiful. And there's a lot of honking horns, a lot of support. In a blue state like Minnesota that hasn't gone red since 1972, I know there's a lot of Trump supporters here. There's a lot of patriots here. There's a lot of people that don't like the direction that the Democrats have taken our country. They certainly don't like the direction the state has gone. So I just wanted to document this. There's definitely a lot of people that support the America First movement of all races, colors, everything. But they're probably afraid. Honestly, the Twin Cities they're violent now. I mean, it's not the safest place. And we all know that Trump supporters have been attacked, killed, fired, divorced, you name it. All because the tolerant left doesn't tolerate people that have a different point of view. It's as simple as that. And Minnesotans have a choice to make. Either they like the way the country is going or they don't. It's simple as that. Vote accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Kamala Harris is campaigning as though she's not already in the White House. Like, on day one, I'm gonna fight these price gouging people. It's like, why don't you do it now? Anyhow. And they also want to fear monger. Like, oh, if Trump gets in, we're going to World War III. He was already in office and we didn't have any wars. So, you know, the gaslighting is just incredible. I got to give the media credit for that. They got the wool pulled over a lot of people's eyes. Still, it's never been more obvious. Never has it been more obvious the decision that most Americans should make. And they should vote for Trump. And you do not have to like Trump to vote for him. That's just it. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't. Please get some likes. And honestly, I'd like to see you guys share it some more on social media. Thumbs up, and share. I wish I could zoom in on some of the people so you could see who is actually honking their horns. It's definitely people of all races. They're honking, they're waving. I did see a few people flipping us off. Yeah. Remember, guys, my goal was to just bring awareness to this happening in the metro, in the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro. And hopefully we get more people doing this around the city. Be open with that patriotism. If you want to see me, guys, if you want to see me do more of this content, if you want to see me like travel around, there's links in the description to support. I'm serious. Like, when I go on leave, work leave here in about 3 weeks, I'll be trying to do this full time until the election. I'll have 2 full months where I can go anywhere. Pretty much, I'll try to keep it to the Midwest. Anywhere in Minnesota, anywhere in Wisconsin, right? 2 states that Trump needs to win. He doesn't necessarily need to win Minnesota, but he absolutely needs to try to win Wisconsin. And we're not far from Wisconsin, so I could go over there, and I would go over there, you know, rally the troops, or just, you know, cover an event if you want to see that. You can support with links in the description. Looks like more people are showing up too. I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna walk over here to the other side real quick. Take a little break from the wind. Also so you guys can hear me. I'm gonna go down here and give you a different vantage point. Man, traffic's even slowing down. People are probably like, what the hell's going on that bridge? See all those flags waving. I'll tell you what, guys, for me, it's simple. What I'm doing, what my goal is simple. You should be able to walk anywhere with this hat on. You should be able to support who you want to support without fear of retribution, not fear of getting attacked or, you know, losing your job, whatever. It's just ridiculous. Like, I'm tired of it. And not to mention the phrase "Make America Great Again." If that intimidates somebody or upsets somebody, congratulations, you're brainwashed. Why wouldn't you want your country to be great? People forget that Bill Clinton said it and that Ronald Reagan said it, but it wasn't a problem until Trump said it. Anyhow, let me flip this back around. There you go. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Look at all those flags. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very nice angle. I actually really like this angle a little bit better. Of course, I want to be up there with them, but it's super windy. I'm sure it's probably choppy. The sound is real choppy up there. And you can't really hear even the people talking without like yelling. Or, you know, you can't really hear them. They can't hear you unless you yell. But yeah, this is a sight to see in the Twin Cities. I did not think that I would see this at any point in time. And the guy said, the organizer of this said he started this about 6 months ago and that he will be doing it through the election. And you see, there's people right there. You hear the horns. I mean, the support is real up here. I think Trump needs to probably do a rally in the Twin Cities. Now, he did do one in Minneapolis, I remember, because we were actually in town that weekend from Florida. He did a rally. This was maybe 2019. I think it was like October. And Trump supporters were getting attacked because it was in downtown Minneapolis. So they were attacking the Trump supporters, taking their hats and pissing on them. It was really just crazy. But I mean, we got to move past that at some point, because Trump supporters and people that think like this are here to stay, and they're growing. It's growing by the day. I mean, if you ask me, the presidency of Joe Biden accelerated the MAGA movement in terms of people who are willing to fight for this country. I mean, immigrants especially. I mean, people that came here for a better life would end up living in a country similar to what they fled if Kamala Harris gets full power. Like, essentially, they're not hiding their socialist agenda. They're talking about it. This is not a conspiracy theory. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. What is she talking about? She believes in the collective. They want you to worship government. And it's like, no. People are tired of that. You know what's funny about Kamala Harris's whole campaign? She's got her supporters chanting, "We're not going back. We're not going back." That is some brainwashing right there if I've ever seen it. When she gets people to chant, "We're not going back. We're not going back," what she means is we're not going back to those policies that had more money in your pockets. We're not going back to low interest rates. We're not going back to the times before inflation. In reality, she would take us back with her policies, right? Take us back to a time when people in socialist countries, well, in Venezuela, they were killing cows with rocks so they could eat. She says, "Oh, Donald Trump's policies have all been tried and they failed." Like, what do you think? Socialism's been tried on every continent and failed. You know what I'm saying? The sky is beautiful. It's actually a very beautiful day here in the Twin Cities. It's like 72 degrees. Somebody asks, is Kamala leading? If you ask me, I think she's probably leading in some states, particularly Michigan. But in the states that Trump needs to win, I don't think she has a chance. I don't think she has a chance in Pennsylvania and Georgia. And from what I understand, if Trump wins Pennsylvania, Georgia, and North Carolina, it's over. It's a wrap. And I think he has a really good chance to win all three. I mean, Kamala Harris is incompatible with the voters of Pennsylvania. I mean, she is against fracking. She said it. You know what I mean? Like, I think if Trump wins those three states, nothing else matters. But you can't get complacent. He needs to try to win every state, every swing state. Right? If you just jumped in, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And share it if you wouldn't mind. Get on social media, share it somewhere. Knee pads, Harrison, tampon 10, 2024. Something you just can't make up. I mean, two Marxist crazy people. Yeah. And they are gone so far left. It's just shocking that's what the Democrats are. I mean, at least people know who they are now. At least the veil's been lifted. How you doing? I don't even think at this point with the Walz as the selection, I really don't think they're trying to hide who they are anymore. They're pandering directly to the furthest left of their base and alienating moderates. Speaking of moderates, I can't say this enough. How can people be undecided about who they're voting for? How can it be? I just don't get it. It's not like the candidates' policies are just really close and there's just a few things that differ. No, they're opposite campaigns. Do you want an America that has inflation, unchecked, unregulated immigration, abortion until the month of birth, trans kids everywhere? Have you ever seen so many trans kids in your life? Right? The crazy stuff they stand for, the forced electric cars, high taxes, wars. Do you want that, or do you want low taxes, normalcy, protect kids, protect parents? You know, this is ridiculous. How are people undecided? I don't know if I want craziness or just normal. I'm not oversimplifying it in even a little bit. That's exactly what it is. Those honks do say a lot. You got this man calling J.D. Vance weird. I heard a man, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard something about a horse. And if it's not true, so what? We can still talk about it because they're talking about J.D. Vance with the couch, right? Ridiculous. But yeah, there's some Patriots up there waving flags. And you know what? I didn't realize who Tim Walz was until last week. I mean, I knew who he was. I knew he was the governor of Minnesota. But what I mean is, I didn't know who he really was. I didn't know this man visited China 30 times. Or lied and said he was deaf to try to avoid getting a DUI. Or ducked going to combat. Abandoned his battalion and the stolen valor. Changed the Minnesota flag to look like the Somali flag. I mean, this dude is the worst. This is all stuff I've learned since he's become the nominee, or her sidekick in the socialist attempted takeover. I mean, the dude, he doesn't. He's talking about unity. Last I checked, the dude is talking about. He said the rural area, the red part of Minnesota, is just a bunch of rocks and cows. Yeah, that's unity. Or some of his policies, man. The policies are insane. The policies just in Minnesota. Now, I haven't even been, I think we've been here just about 1 year. I think it was 1 year in August that I've been here, been back. And of course the state has gone downhill. But illegals voting, illegals getting driver's licenses, illegals getting free health care, illegals getting free college. He made this a sanctuary state. He made it a trans refuge state. He set up a COVID snitch hotline where you could snitch on people for not wearing masks or having too many people over for Thanksgiving. He put tampons in boys' bathrooms. Remember, J.D. Vance is weird. Remember, he's weird for having a family. But this dude literally put tampons in the boys' bathroom. And don't even get me started on the abortion, the late term, 8 babies that died, and now the state can't even report it because he changed the law. And he wants to ban all these gas vehicles in Minnesota by the year 2030. It's pretty aggressive. Also, good luck with that. He let the Twin Cities burn too. Let's not forget about that. But J.D. Vance is the big old weirdo, right? Give me a break. I'm not even saying I'm like some crazy J.D. Vance fan. I do like that he's been on the attack. He seems to be saying the right things when he gets in front of a camera. I just thought, like, strategically, I would have liked to see Glenn Youngkin on the ticket to help with Virginia. And Virginia's more of a state that Trump could potentially snipe. Rand Paul would have been nice. It is what it is. He chose J.D. Vance, and I'm rocking with him now, so. Hold on. I'm reading comments right now, so I'm not saying much, guys. I'm just reading some of these comments. Somebody said I have a communist admin. What does that even mean? I don't even know what's going on in the chat, guys. I'm just documenting what's going on out here. This bridge with all these flags flying. right here in the Twin Cities with a lot of support. This needs to be out in the open all over the state. I would love to see this all over the state. Let people know it's okay. It's okay to live here and support Trump. You don't have to live in the outskirts. And see, this is why I think he could potentially win this state, because yeah, he's probably not going to win this county. Hennepin County, probably not. But he could win this. He could definitely turn this county light blue. He's definitely going to get some votes in Minneapolis. There's people, I know people, I'm friends with people that said they're voting for Trump. And they are liberals. They did not like Trump 8 years ago. They were against his presidency because they didn't know. And not only did they learn the truth that the media was lying about him, they got to see firsthand what it's like with Joe Biden in office. And now some people, unfortunately, believe that Kamala Harris isn't already in office and that she's going to govern differently than Joe Biden. Talking about on day one, I'm going to do this. Like, it's already day 1,000 something for you if you're not going to do it. So I just think that works on low information people. But when she said that at her rally, people clapped. It was crazy. But what's wild is she is actually drawing some crowds, y'all. Like, that crowd in Arizona was massive. It was massive. And I know because I did my own research on that. What I did was I used Snapchat. It's probably more of a millennial Gen Z thing, but I use the Snapchat, and you can go look at hot spots on the map. And so I went to Arizona where that event was at, and I watched what people were recording, and there were people actually at the venue recording. There wasn't a concert, but there were a lot of people in there. I saw pictures online. It's like, no, this is what do they say? People were saying like, oh, that's a green screen. There's not real people in there. It's AI. No, I saw people, like everyday people, just recording themselves in the crowd at the rally, because I wanted to know if it was really that big. And it was a pretty big crowd. We're probably just not used to seeing the left draw a big crowd because it's been Biden. But if you think about Bernie Sanders has essentially the same platform as Kamala. So it would make sense that even though she's not popular, Bernie is going to funnel his supporters over to Kamala. Because Bernie, no matter what you think about Bernie Sanders, his following was not AstroTurf. That was organic. That was grassroots. I mean, I have friends, I know people that supported Bernie. So I just say all that to say, like, her crowds are going to be big. So expect that. There are a lot of socialists and people that want extreme policies in the country. That's just the reality. It's sad, but it's the reality. Even though she's a cringe person, they are probably just attracted to the policies. Meaning they've done their homework. They know that she's a leftist, even though the media is trying to make it seem like she's moderate, and that Tim Walz is just a good old wholesome middle America guy. That dude is a Marxist. He's probably further left than her. Luciano said, since Glucose 0422 condones firing innocent employees without reason, he should have a problem getting blocked for a good reason. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I don't know what's going on in the chat, guys. I'm not paying attention. But Luciano's been a supporter for a long time. He's been a moderator for a long time. So definitely don't call him a communist moderator or whoever said that, whatever that means even. Anyway, give you another vantage point of this. And I'll go back up there, of course. I just needed to come down here and make sure I'm talking too. So there's not a ton of people. I'd say maybe 15, but there's a ton of flags, and that actually does the talking for the people. Of course, it'd be nice to see a bunch of people up there, but I mean, there's a bunch of people watching this stream right now, and there's a bunch of people riding down the highway showing their support. Oh, we got a middle finger. Man, not the Rubicon. That's disappointing. Yeah, typically I don't like to block anybody in the chat unless they're spamming. Like during that rally up in St. Cloud where we just had somebody just non-stop spamming. Those people need to get lost. And if anybody in here is hating, anybody from the left, what you could do something else with your Saturday. Please, guys, if you haven't yet, give this a thumbs up. Like this video, share it somewhere. Just let people know we're in the Twin Cities. And this has been happening for 6 months. The guy that organized this said it was just him when he started, and like 2 flags, and it's grown. And I don't know if people donate their flags or what, but I mean, I definitely got a couple flags that I won't fly in my front yard. But I would gladly donate them here so he could fly them over here. That's for sure. Would it be nice in a perfect America? Yeah, I could fly my flag in my front yard without worrying about vandalism or something. My neighborhood's not really, I wouldn't describe it as like a left. You just never know, right? But anyway, I would definitely donate some flags here. But he said that this thing has grown and he's going to do it until the election. No, I don't live in Florida anymore, Rap Cat. I moved actually in 2022. Back in 2022, like mid-summer 2022. Left Florida, went back to Colorado. I went back to Colorado where I'm from for a year because of a job. I needed something more stable income-wise. Trump wasn't holding rallies. Things kind of went sideways with Right Side. So I got a job that took me to Colorado and now Minnesota, which is where we'll probably be long term, but you know, I would like to get back to Florida someday. And honestly, I'm glad I'm in Minnesota right now because Florida's good. Right? They're waving flags down there. That's great. But Trump's going to win Florida probably by double digits. Florida's no longer a swing state. And I would like to think that my time there had a little something to do with it. Just a tiny bit. Because that was at the point when YouTubers doing what I'm doing right now just started to take off. Right? So I was doing a lot to help get DeSantis elected. And, you know, I feel like I was a part of Florida turning red to the point where Democrats aren't even trying, they don't even talk about Florida anymore. It's not talked about as a swing state, a toss-up or anything. But I feel like now in Minnesota, this feels like a good spot to be, especially now that she picked Governor Walz to be her running mate. So I want to, you know, be active out here. So when it's time for Trump to hold rallies, or even if Kamala comes up here and holds a rally, I'm going to come out and document it. So I'm actually in a good spot to be bringing some content. God doesn't make mistakes. I didn't know if we would be back in Minnesota, but the timing couldn't have been better to be back here. All right, I'm going to go back up on the bridge. And before I go up there, let me give a shout out to Denise. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. If you guys like this content and you want to see more of it, if you want to see me do like maybe another Trump rally or go cover another event that's outside of the metro where I can get to easily, let me know. But I would like some, you know, basically support in order to do that, right? Because I'm about to have a daughter here in like 2.5 weeks. So I'll have time to go, you know, do some other things because I will be on parental leave. and I would like to go out and do some more rallies. But there's links in the description if you ever want to support this cause, this movement. And the people that have been following me for years could tell you that my channel started with like 5 supporters. I got 5 subscribers right away because another YouTuber helped promote my channel, but it quickly grew to what it is now. Should be more, but you know how YouTube likes to put their thumb on the scale. Anyhow, give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. Go over this bridge here in Minneapolis, St. Paul Metro, Twin Cities. How's it going? Hello, how are you? I'm doing great, thank you. People so nice. So that's the oh, there we go. That's the real Minnesota state flag. I guess Tim Walz didn't like this flag, so he changed it, and it now looks more like the Somali flag. I don't know. Weird stuff. The audacity, they're calling somebody else weird. Putting tampons in the boys' bathroom. Oh yeah. 20 people?
20 people.
Is that a record?
We usually have in that neighborhood of
That's awesome.
yeah.
Trying to zoom out. There we go. This weather is perfect. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can zoom in on some of the people that are showing support. It's kind of blurry. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if we can get some people waving. Oh, really, Christina? What's the truth? Enlighten us. Since everything about Tim Walz is a lie, right? Enlighten us. Answer me this, Christina. Is he a socialist or not? Christina, you in the chat. Is he a socialist? Yes or no? Is Tim Walz a socialist? Donna, this is every Saturday on this bridge. Christina in the chat thinks that we're just making up lies on old Governor Walz. That he didn't pretend to be deaf to get out of a DUI. Is that a lie? Is that a lie? What about the abortion thing? Is that a lie?
Mike, how you doing?
What's going?
Mike? Nice to meet you, Mike.
Nice to meet you. Are you live on Facebook?
Yeah, sure.
Nice. I don't know why you're seeing a black screen, James West. I don't know. Where's Christine? I want to talk to Christine. I'm willing to bet that Christine probably thinks Trump said good people on both sides and referred to white supremacists. Or Russia collusion. Yeah, if you want world peace, vote for Trump. If you want World War III, if you like the way the country is right now, vote for Kamala Harris. It's simple. If you like the way the country is, vote for Democrats. Vote down ballot for Democrats. Don't worry, the media will tell you this is the best economy we've ever had. Our borders have never been stronger. Just like they told you, Joe Biden has never been smarter. Joe Biden is a stable genius, beating everyone in chess, and he's just so intellectual, and he's basically a scientist at this stage of his cognitive life. Yeah, 494 in Nicollet in Richfield. I guess Richfield is on one side, Bloomington's on the other side. I don't know. But yeah, we're in like the South Central Metro. Oh yeah, Tim Walz went to China like 30 times. If I'm not mistaken, he honeymooned in China, just like Bernie honeymooned in the Soviet Union. You gonna tell me that's not weird? Come on, man. Yeah, his wife, the smell of burning tires. Nah, Rap Cat, he's not having a rally here today. This is happening every Saturday on this bridge from now until the election. I'm just here to document it. I miss flag waves. I used to do these in Florida like weekly. Every week. Now in Florida, you would have a lot of flags at these things, but you would also have a lot of people. Here's a little bit different because we're in a blue state, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't want to come out with their support, but there's a silent majority here, I believe. They may not make up the majority of people here, but I think there's a big chunk of people here that are going to vote for Trump. All I can really say is we should all be trying to convince at least one person that America's worth saving. You're not even voting for Trump. You're not voting for Trump. You're voting for the United States of America to be the way it was. Now, when people say, when was America great? We can point to a time when it was great, right? You can say, oh, do you remember the year 2018, 2019, when there were quite literally no wars and the economy was great, the stock market was great, low unemployment? I mean, that's just one example of when America was great. Maybe when we weren't so divided. The division started under Obama. It really did. you saw racial tension go through the roof under Obama. But yeah, when people say, when was America great? It's never been easier to answer that question, right? Yeah, Rap Cat, where did Christina go? She said that's just a bunch of lies. He said, it's just a bunch of lies. You're just making up lies on Mr. Walt. He's a good man. He doesn't believe in a trans sanctuary state. He doesn't want to take away parental rights if you deny your kid gender affirming treatment. It's all made up lies. Okay. So yeah, this thing goes on every Saturday from 11 to 1. So I don't know if they wrap up right at 1 o'clock or what. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, guys, if you haven't. Like the stream. And you know, I might just have to come back next Saturday because I just wanted to bring awareness that this is happening in Minneapolis. That there are Trump supporters out here and they're not afraid to show it. We got 80 some days, right, till the election. And Minnesota could turn red. It's possible. Is it likely? Probably not, but it's possible. I'll put it this way. Is Minnesota more likely to vote for Kamala or Trump based on the Tim Walz pick? Because he's not popular. And rural Minnesota hates him. He hates them back. He said rural Minnesota's just a bunch of rocks and cows. How are you going to insult? Okay, first of all, cows. If there's cows nearby, that means there's people. Duh. And guess what those people are doing? Feeding you. How are you going to insult the people that feed you? How are you going to disrespect farmers, ranchers? Rural America, they feed people. You should probably respect them. But this is what Democrats bank on. They bank on concentrated urban city jurisdictions for their vote. They don't really care about the rural parts of the country or their state. So when people who live in these city areas, when they felt enough pain, maybe they'll vote differently. I certainly have my doubts about Minnesota turning red. I mean, I'll tell you that because we saw what happened up here in 2020 with the riots. The man let the city burn. And what did they do? They re-elected him in 2022. So I don't know. They just haven't felt enough pain yet. Maybe all the shuttered businesses in Minneapolis and the crime and the murder and the carjackings, maybe it'll just get too much and they'll be like, you know what? I'm sick of it. Maybe not. Guess we'll find out. Yeah, Rap Cat, you're exactly right. All those seniors know about all that money going to migrants. Illegals. Right? Migrants would be people who came here legally. We can't even use their language. Undocumented person, migrants. No. If you came here illegally, you should go. No other country is like that, where you could just cross the border and come over illegally and then get free college, healthcare, prepaid debit cards. It's ridiculous. And the black community knows it too. Black people, they're fed up. especially the Black Americans that want reparations. Imagine thinking you're going to get reparations when they're doing everything they can to give your taxpayer money to illegals. The reparations, that's a whole nother ball of wax. I'm not even going to get started on that. Yeah, I know plenty of people that are voting for Trump. I know family members that are voting for Trump. I got friends that I met in the Twin Cities that are voting for Trump. When I first became an outspoken Trump supporter and I was posting on Instagram out of the clear blue, a lot of people messaged me like, wow, I agree with you. I just can't say it. I can't say it or I'll get fired. I don't want a country like that. You should be able to support whoever you want, say whatever you want, do whatever you want in the land of the free, period. I'm tired of the left. Make it sound like America sucks. If America sucks so bad, you should be trying to keep illegals out so you can protect them, right? From all the racism, right? Maybe. I don't think they truly believe it. Anyhow, seems like this may be dying down just a little bit. There's not as many people as there were when I first got here. I would talk to some of these people. I've talked to a few people. It's just really windy and kind of loud up here. Plus, I just want to document, you know. Please give this a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you're new, sub to the channel, hit the notification. I mean it. If you subscribe to the channel, you should have notifications turned on. I get comments every day saying, wow, I didn't know that you still make videos. Or I missed your video. You know, it's because you got to have notifications turned on. YouTube's not going to promote it otherwise. But I'm just doing what I can to try to get the election result we so desperately need. Look at all that traffic slowing down for this. Try to get some people's reactions in the cars. Let me try on this side. There's more cars on the other side though. No, guys, let me tell you the truth about that Arizona rally. I can confirm, not because I was there, but I can confirm that that rally was full. And I said it a few minutes ago, maybe about 15 minutes ago on the stream, that Arizona rally was in fact full. And I know that because I went on Snapchat and I went over the map. They have like a hotspot map, and you can click on that part of the map and it'll show you anything that anybody recorded that's public in that area. So I clicked on that venue where they were holding the rally, and there were multiple people in there recording the crowd. So there were a lot of people there. So I did also see the pictures of the black curtains that they were using to like block out seats. They either lifted them up or it was only one part of that stadium because it was full. I would say, by the guess, there was at least 15,000 people in there. I don't know what the what the capacity was of that building, but it was full. And I also said, don't be shocked, don't underestimate her ability to draw a crowd, because her platform is the Bernie Sanders platform. And Bernie Sanders had a real following, and Bernie's gonna funnel his followers to her. Bernie could fill up a stadium of people that have far left policies. So I'm just saying, we gotta call a spade a spade. We gotta tell the truth. The truth is, her rallies have been big. Yes, some of them have been concerts and that, but last night I even looked to see, was there a concert? There was some like Mexican or Hispanic band or something, somebody I've never heard of, that was supposed to perform, but it got canceled. So from what I can tell, that crowd was organic. Now, her whole campaign is AstroTurf. Don't get me wrong. She's a fake person. I'm just saying the crowd was actually real. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that those people were paid. Yes. I mean, is it likely that all those people were paid? Maybe. It's true. Anything's possible. We know that some people said the Atlanta rally had people bust in. We know they do funny business, but we also know there are a lot of crazy people, or people that are misinformed, people that think Kamala Harris is actually going to do something different than what Joe Biden did. She's part of the reason. Her policies are his policies, but there are people that think when she says, on day one, I'm going to fight these price gougers, we're going to lower interest rates, she won't do it right now. She's in office. It tells you everything you need to know. You got to elect me first. It's like Biden. Oh, I'm going to cure cancer if you vote for me. Some people believed it. Anyhow, I think I am about to wrap this up, you guys. I just wanted to come out here and document this flag wave on the pedestrian bridge. Again, this is in Bloomington, Minnesota, which is just like directly south of Minneapolis. I found this event on Facebook, and the guy said he's been doing it for 6 months, and he started with 2 flags, and everybody has donated flags. So you can see what this is about. Just wanted to bring some awareness to this and hopefully see it grow. And yeah, I posted it in my on the community page if you want to see where the location is, because they do it every Saturday, 11 to 1. So if you're in the Twin Cities, I mean, we need to build like a movement, a coalition, get some people out here or anywhere else in the metro. I will travel to the different parts of the metro to bring this coverage. I just want to show what's going on in the country, what's going on in my area, just like I did in Florida. So I will come back. I will come back next week. I should be able to come back next week. I can't guarantee it, but I will do everything I can to come back next week. But please, guys, if you would, like this stream, like it, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Share, subscribe if you are new, and hit the bell notifications. And I will catch you guys in the next stream. Peace.